Hey guys! This is Cartoon Recapped. Today we'll show you a 2022 adventure comedy cartoon called My Father's Dragon. Be aware of heavy spoilers. Sit back and enjoy the show. An unseen older woman tells the story of her father, Elmer Elevator, when he was a kid. He and his mother, Della, owned a candy shop in a small town, but were forced to close down and move away after the people of the town moved away. They moved to faraway Nevergreen City where they planned to open a new shop, but they eventually lose all the money they saved up while getting by, presumably by 3 naughty street kids named Callie, Gertie, and Eugene. Elmer soon befriends a cat and eventually gets the idea to panhandle the money needed for the store, only for his mother to tell him it is now a lost cause. Angered, Elmer runs to the docks to be alone. The cat comes to him and speaks to him, much to his shock. She tells him that on an island, Wild Island, beyond the city lies a dragon that can probably help him. Elmer takes the task and is transported to the island on a bubbly whale named Soda. Once they make it to Wild Island, Soda explains that a gorilla named Siwa is using the dragon to keep the island from sinking, but it remains ineffective. Elmer frees the dragon, a goofball named Boris, who explains that his kind has been saving the island as long as anyone can remember, and after he succeeds, he will be an after-dragon. However, they discover that Boris cannot fly due to breaking his wing when Elmer saved him, and he reveals that he is afraid of both water and fire. The two make an agreement that Boris will help Elmer raise enough cash to buy a new store and will let the dragon go free once finished, and they go on an adventure in search of a tortoise named Arachua to find out how Boris can keep the island from sinking for the next century. Along the way, they encounter some of the island's inhabitants, like Cornelius the crocodile, the tiger siblings Sasha and George, and a mother rhino named Iris, all while trying to evade Siwa and his monkey army. They soon make it to Arachua's shell, but Elmer finds out that he died, and leaves as the island continues to sink. While resting on a flower, they are found by Siwa and his forces, and Siwa reveals he knew about Arachua's death, which angers his macaque 2ND in command Quan, who proceeds to use a giant mushroom as a raft to leave the island. While flying with Boris, Elmer has an epiphany: it is the roots below the island that pull it down. He convinces Boris to fly with all his might and break the roots. Boris breaks 2 of the roots, but has his own epiphany of how to save the island alone, without Elmer. Elmer falls into the water but is saved by Siwa, who is evacuating the island with the other animals. He confronts Elmer for wanting to use Boris, and not truly being a friend. He then reveals that once he found out about Arachua's death and saw how foolish and frightened Boris was, he knew everyone would drown in fear before the ocean swallowed the island. So, he used Boris to carry out the only solution he knew, forcing the dragon to lift the island up, over and over. Wanting to fix things, Elmer goes back to the island to Boris and helps him find the courage to jump into the summit's fire and inhale it. This restores the roots, which were actually holding the island up, but had weakened after a century. Boris finally becomes an after-dragon, and tells the animals how to teach future dragons the right way to save the island. He takes Elmer home, passing by a surprised Quan residing over on tangerine trees. Elmer reunites with his mother, and the film ends with him embracing his new life in the city, with his daughter narrating the end of the story. Thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.